So I wanted to make this video just to catch up on what has happened in the last 4 months. What was it like? What do you have to go through? And what are the things that you need to do if you really want to take streaming seriously and what it's truly like? Streaming full-time as something that you want to do for a job is kind of like having 3 or 4 jobs in one, especially if you don't have the funding to pay other people to do the work. These are the things that you need to consider if you want to grow your stream and if you want to take streaming seriously. So first things first, marketing. It's not necessarily the most enjoyable of tasks, but it is a task that you have to do. Now, I understand that some people are passionate about marketing and they're really good at it. For me, that was something that I had to put extra energy into because I knew it wasn't one of my areas of passion. So, but marketing is truly essential as one of the things that you need to do to make sure your stream succeeds, especially if you're taking this seriously. You need to be on Twitter, you need to be on Instagram, you need to be on YouTube. Brings me to my second point, networking. Networking is essentially making friends and building your community. This is extremely important. I almost want to say that if you have to choose between marketing and networking, I'd almost lean towards networking because it is a form of marketing in a way. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying marketing is not important. Marketing is extremely important, but I'm pretty sure that networking and making friends is probably going to become more important over time, not less important. Build your Discord community as well. I'll go into more on that in a different video, but these are important. All right, next, stream maintenance, setup, design. Okay, you need to, there's a lot of free designs. If you want to get started for free as a streamer and you just want to stream games, go get a free, thingy from whatever store. There's 50 million of them. The point is, if you're taking this seriously, you need to create a brand design for your look, for your work, for your channel. That in itself is a lot of work. So you can either go the route of what I did and just design all of that yourself. It does take time, but I'm pretty sure anyone can do it. Or you can hire someone to do it for you. But you need to design panels, you need to design transitions, you need to design your overlays, you need to design your different screens, your brands, your logos, etc., etc. So that in itself is a lot of work. And then obviously setting up the stream, setting up the camera, setting up the your microphone, your room. Then they're setting up your alerts. But all of that takes a lot of work. I see a lot of streamers come into the game starting out and they never progress past the first step. They never take the effort to set up their stream professionally. Now, a lot of people will tell you that you don't need a professional stream to do well. Yeah, sure. If you want more people watching, put in the effort. Put in the effort. If you go onto a stream and you see that it just looks sloppy, you kind of just have that idea in the back of your head. It's kind of the first impression that counts. It's kind of like, you don't wake up, like most people go to work and they would brush their hair or just like do something with their hair. They won't just leave it as is. Now, I know that there are a few of you out there that are able to do that and are just, you still look amazing. Like, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to everybody else. The point is, you look after, you think about the way you present yourself, and your channel and your look around your channel is that. So if you want people to stick around, put in effort, okay? Put in effort to what your room looks like around you. If it's a mess, people are gonna associate you with that. Moving on, stream content planning and retrospective. Now, I feel like this is something that many streamers avoid or neglect, rather. Taking the time to stop, look at your stream, and analyze what has been happening, what kind of content you've been creating, and what content you want to do in the future. How do you change it up? How do you improve it? Something that can happen to a lot of streamers is they can get stuck in a single game, and because that game is giving them views, they feel like they are married to the game and they can't get out. And it's a very negative emotion. It's a very negative feeling that you're stuck playing something for the views. But if you don't have a plan to break out and branch out to other games, you're always going to be stuck playing those games. Getting onto the stream and doing the same thing over and over and over again, that's not new, and you are trying to be a content creator, a streaming business, so you need to think about diversifying your content and bringing new things to the table. So that is why that part of the work is so important. Reviewing what you've done and coming up with new ideas. All right, video editing. You can put a video out there and it's there forever. It's always going to drive traffic to your channel. And the more videos you make and the more things you make, you know, the more they kind of point back to your older videos as well. You kind of get traffic to your old videos again. So don't underestimate the power of creating videos and putting content out there. Don't forget, your broadcasts on Twitch disappear after a certain amount of days. You definitely want to make the effort to go and save your old content and cut it up in a way that is easy to consume and fun to consume. But that is why video editing is important. Next, obviously, you gotta also look after, you know, the legal, the finance, the tax aspects of the business. You gotta manage all of that, make sure you got your books in order for the tax every year. It doesn't take a lot of effort in the beginning. Obviously, as your stream grows, it'll become more work, but yeah, there is something you still have to do. And lastly, once you've done all of the above, you still have to get on stream for 6 to 8 hours, at least 5 days a week. All of these things take energy, and when you're done, you still have to stream at the end of the day. Be entertaining and be good at the game that you're playing. Be focused, communicate to your audience. So being the talent in that and improving in that, reviewing how your stream went, how are you doing as a personality. So that in itself is another job, essentially. So all of these things take a lot of work and a lot of time, and you know, you don't have to do all of them perfectly all the time. Do what you can. Try to plan and schedule your day so that you can get to a bit of these things every day, or focus on one thing a day. I think that everybody needs to be aware of the emotional roller coaster, you know, like I went through many days where I was doubting myself that I can't do it. I don't have the personality, I'm not entertaining, I'm not good enough at the game. Am I doing something stupid here? Am I crazy? You know, quitting my job and trying to change my life and build a streaming business. You go through those and then you get really happy and excited to see that something is working. So it is a bit of an emotional roller coaster, and my advice to anybody starting streaming or taking streaming seriously is be ready for that. We don't know what's gonna happen, but you know, sometimes it's not about the outcome. Sometimes it's about the journey, and you know, I forget that. I think we all do. Guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification if you want a notification from me. Obviously, I want you guys to watch more videos. You know, I'm not gonna say that I don't. So hit that subscribe button, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.